Back to what I was saying about the.
So do we want to just come back into it like?
So back to what I was saying about the bum bus.
Fuck Florida.
Yeah.
So for the audio version, the set just tried to collapse on us when we started talking shit about 90s Florida, apparently.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about 90s California and just Florida.
The set just like, we've been sitting here for a good 10, 15 minutes since I put the set up, and it just went. What the fuck? I think it's never done that. It's stable now, I'm hoping.
Think so. But yeah, I would love to go to Germany and be on the bum bus. It looks awesome and hilarious, and I don't understand anything the German people are saying, so it's fantastic.
You have no idea if your co-star's having a good time or not.
I don't know that anyway, so
fair enough. This all came out because we were, obviously talking about scenes and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah. My personal consumption these days is pretty much Europeans. And I had to show him Jolie Love, who, shout out to Jolie Love.
Hopefully she'll be here soon.
I mean, she does do scenes in America already. She's definitely done some Mind Geek scenes and like shot with Karen.
Everyone shoots with Karen.
Yeah, but she shot with Karen in the States, I'm pretty sure. So,
well, let's hope because she looked fantastic. And so I'm really hoping that moves down to my end because, it's good, yeah.
Yeah, it's good, yeah.
That's good, yeah.
But, you're like the hardest working man in porn, so.
Allegedly. Or at least just the most booked. I'm not even sure what that is. I don't think they're even paying me at this point. I just think I'm just going to things because I'm bored.
You're like doing it out of exposure.
I just none of these scenes come out. They just send there because like they're taking pity on me. That's really what it is. And it's just like, oh, Nathan, just let him go.
Do they think you're terminally ill and like this is a Make-A-Wish for you?
I think they do. I think that's what it
is. The weirdest Make-A-Wish ever. Like, I want to be male talent in a porn. Like,
when did I make this thing happen? Thanks, Make-A-Wish.
After a handful of scenes, like, I wish I was dying of cancer faster.
My dick's falling. Oh, yeah. That's just terrible. Poor buddy.
Poor dying kids.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Them too. They're dying.
Yeah.
I'm going to be here for a while. This is my problem.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
None of us know.
No, I just
horribly morbid after like the year we've had.
Isn't that the way we get through it, though?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Through a little thinking of, if you're not laughing about the last couple of years, I mean, what's wrong with you at this point?
Probably clinical depression. And
yeah. It's like, dude, laugh at it. It's funny. It's not funny, but that's what makes it funny.
It's been a wild fucking couple of years. And yeah.
You definitely had, God, that's just fucking weird. Being stuck at home because the government told me I had to for 3 months. Ugh.
Then still like, even after the 3 months, it was still like, I mean, we worked on a set together last December and it was still like, kind of sneaking off to the porn set.
Yeah. It was kind of weird like that, like apparently, but then we became a essential job. So I thought that was interesting. Yeah.
I would bet money that we weren't truly essential because we weren't getting permits.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense.
I'm sure Film LA would be like, yo, we didn't issue any permits. Fuck you guys.
Hey, you need us.
Film LA is like, we want our fucking cut. We don't care if you're making porn or not.
Man, I wonder what ever happened if this job ever actually got like kind of into a SAG scenario. What would happen if just in general if I got residuals from my porn?
Dude, that'd be such a shit show because imagine having to audit these people's books.
Oh, it'd be crazy. It would be insane. They're like, just having a person try to run my books is fucking crazy. They're like, hey, we need to know who these people are, just because they didn't send in the paperwork. I'm like, I don't know who they are.
Like, I got a check.
No, I got money. I put in the bank. I give you money. Don't send me to the IRS.
Are they yelling at you for not getting 1099s from some people?
Well, no, I didn't get them. I didn't get any of the 1099s for some companies, but it shows that I've gotten checks from these companies. And so I'm like, I don't know who these people are because I've worked for so many different companies over the years. It's like asking me to tell me who the girl I fucked on this date was. I don't freaking know.
Well, but on top of it, like the company name on the check is not necessarily the parent company.
No, it's a completely another name. Like, yeah, it's a completely different name from what it's supposed to be. So I'm like,
I'm declaring my end. Go after them.
Yeah.
Go after fucking them.
I just gave my guys like legal something of attorney. Like
Power of attorney?
Yeah, just get power of attorney. Just go figure it out. I don't understand how this works. I'll pay you whatever you want. I just don't want the IRS to come after me.
Yeah, you definitely do not want that.
I'll do. My lady just paid $35,000, and then now she knows she's got to pay another $73,000.
Holy shit.
Yeah. She's had a couple really good years, but never knew like the things she needs to get. Like she's had many good years, but the IRS has always come and taken almost all her money. So basically, over this year, she's found out by just working with the tax people a lot. It's like she needs to buy property, get health insurance, do all these things because pretty much anytime she makes a good chunk of money, the IRS comes and takes it all. So,
yep, buy equipment.
Yeah, buy equipment, buy land because land apparently gives you like a $20,000 like tax deduction.
Well, and there's also like if you're not paying cash for the property and you're getting a mortgage, all the interest on the mortgage, which if you're getting a 30-year mortgage, I think the first 10 years is almost all towards the interest and not towards the principal.
Oh.
And you can write off the interest of your mortgage.
Nice. Well, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if I can afford a mortgage.
No, I can't in LA. Fuck no. Fuck no, I can't. One of my friends who's got like 3 kids just moved here from Chicago not too long ago, and like he's married, like they've done well for themselves. Like he's a friend from like the bar scene back in Chicago. He's like, yeah, we're buying a house in Encino. I'm like, how?
How many kids?
3 kids.
Wait, when did he move here?
Like less than a year ago. His wife got a job out here.
Oh, I was gonna say like, what a terrible time to move out here.
Yeah, but how?
Yeah, back to how.
Yeah, like I didn't want to like, dude, how? I didn't want to say it to him, but like, how?
Aren't you a bouncer? What the fuck?
Actually, he was a bouncer when I met him.
What's going on, bro? What are you doing? We slinging on the side?
Like, good on you. I'm not gonna call you out on the internet for if you are, but
no.
How? Like, do all your kids have their organs? Like, did you?
There was 6 kids. Not no more.
I mean, they're easy to make.
Sometimes, apparently, not so easy, man. I've been doing this for 6 years now. Not even a close call, and it either makes me think that my shit doesn't work. Because I know all these bitches are fucking are using protection, so.
Well, you just didn't get them when they're ovulating, apparently.
The one day out of the year, the month. So.
Yeah, no bullseyes for Nathan Bronson.
Oh. I'd like to say I never miss, but I'm very happy in this case because there's so many people I put my dick into. I'm like,
Yeah, could you imagine having a set baby with some of them? And then they're like, I'm keeping it.
Fuck. Not if my staircase has anything to say about it.
Why would you do that at your own staircase? There's set houses for that.
I don't have staircases.
Well, yeah, you have a whole parkour thing you could throw them off of.
Hey, what's that? Come up here.
The view up here is amazing.
Hey, come look at my drone shot.
You throw them off and then you backflip off of it. Like, ta-da.
And that's how you're supposed to land. Not on your stomach, obviously.
All right, let's try it again.
Yeah, get back up there. Come on. I don't pay you to be a quitter.
Who is the absolute worst person you think you could have a set baby with? I'm just going to call you out on it.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't think there's a singular. I think there's a lot. There's a lot of people. It's like, because I've met some girls in this industry where I'm like, okay, if that happened, I wish it was with these people because at least it's like they'd go their separate way. We'd share custody. You know, they wouldn't be like a fucking major crazy bitch. Oh, no, who would? Oh, was it chick Rose something? Blonde girl. She's the one who said something about like she didn't like it's not that she didn't like black people, she doesn't like their skin color and didn't want to or something like that.
Oh God.
I can't remember what her name is. But I remember one day we came to set and we're doing a superhero rape scene and what'd she say? I'm like, we're talking about like birth control. She's like, yeah, I don't use birth control because God doesn't want me to. I'm like,
So we're doing anal today, right?
And well, like that was how the day started, and it proceeded to get a lot worse as the day continued. And I'm just in there. I'm like, God told you, huh? So what does God say about this job? Because he doesn't like that. As far as you know,
That whole premarital thing.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a psychic or you know.
We're raised in a religious household or anything.
My dad's not a pastor. I didn't go to college for religious studies. I don't. But yeah, so I remember she saying that one time, and I was like, so she's definitely one of those people I would not want to ever.
And you know she's escaping it.
Yeah, because she had that like weird Southern like crazy like I'm gonna keep it, and you're gonna have to watch her send me money, and I'm like not doing any of that. Mm-mm. I don't want that baby to grow up like that. Poor baby. So yeah, she definitely on the list of one of the top ones. I can't remember her whole name.
It's okay. We probably don't need to call her out on her whole name. Especially with the allegations of racism and all that fun shit.
Yeah. She's not a nice person.
No. And she's probably like in her early 20s. It's like, they still make people like you?
Oh, dude, not only that, but she said she did that like 3 years ago. Yeah. I was like, wait, you're still around? She left and came back. Yeah. Strange.
As proof that this industry will let pretty much anyone get a pass.
Yeah, you get a pass. You get 12, 13, 14. No big deal.
You heard about the whole, like, I'm not even going to get into that because that's going to ruin people's lives.
Why?
The whole dog thing.
Oh, yeah. You know what the problem with that is? It's like, we all knew. We've all heard the stories. But it's like, we don't have any proof, and I don't want to be around that person, you know? So it's kind of like one of those things like, what are you supposed to do? Just don't go over to the person's house, you know? Because, you know, I know there's people who didn't come hang out with me, and I just got in a bad relationship breakup, and that was the only thing. Let alone, I wasn't doing things with a, you know?
The crazy thing is that person almost ended up being my roommate at one point. Yeah. Like, literally when my last roommate moved out, like on fairly short notice, I pretty much put out, called everybody like, who needs a roommate? And somebody put me in contact with that person. It was like, and they're like, oh, actually I have some work coming up in Vegas. I don't think I'm gonna take the room. I'm like, all right, cool. And then like all that shit came out like during that time. And then my current roommate moved in, and then he hit me up like, is that room still available? My shit in Vegas didn't work out. I'm like, sorry, man, room is taken, and thankfully legitimately was, but it was still like,
Well, did you hear about it like ever before that?
I had not heard about it. Like I heard about it while I was on set in Vegas, like when it like really broke.
Yeah, see, I heard about this like a couple years, like 2 years ago.
Were you listing people that like you heard were doing it? Or?
Well, I didn't know any. I just like the only person I knew was his ex-lady. So it's like that's the only person. Like, but I knew there was people going over there for drugs, but I didn't know who they were. So it's like kind of one of those things. I just figure it's. I'm gonna give you a quote from Barrett Blade when I first got in. He's like, all the girls are hooking. So that's just what's happening. So in my head, I'm just like, I just have to deal with everyone. Just figure that everyone does the worst shit, you know? And just like, huh.
Yeah, but I have no moral problems with people hooking.
Yeah, I don't either.
That I have moral problems with.
100%. But it's like, what am I supposed to do? I still have to go to work, you know?
Well, the wild thing is when the list of people came out, we had a male talent on set who was supposed to work with one of those performers the next day for a different company. He's like, yeah, I canceled, and the corporate told me I had to give her a kill fee.
Yeah, no, I can see that. As a guy, yeah, totally.
He's like, but I didn't do anything wrong. I got to pay her a fucking kill. I didn't do anything. What the fuck? Like, them's the breaks, man.
Yeah, just like your dude. Get in there and do your job.
Or don't do your job, as the case may be.
Yeah,
corporate basically told them to make up some excuse and then pay her a kill fee.
Oh, that's rough, dude. I think I ended up having work with one of those girls not too long ago. I didn't even know about it till afterwards. I was like, fuck, all right. What was it like?
Yeah. It was mind-boggling for $1,000 over their regular rate. That's it.
That's just sad.
Yeah.
See, at least they got paid. I thought they were just doing it for drugs.
And the right drugs could be a lot more than $1,000 over the regular rate.
That is true. But it'd be a lot of fucking drugs. I need enough drugs to get that out of my memory if I was doing something like that.
Yeah. Anyways, enough beating around the bush with the audience. They're like, what? What are you guys? Some nasty, nasty shit, y'all.
Yeah. Very, very. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm not sure I could actually talk about that on the internet, like of what it really is. So
Think of some of the gnarly stuff that you've accidentally looked up on porn that maybe your friends made you watch in high school. Something like that.
Something like that.
Stuff that's not shot in America usually.
Yeah. And definitely isn't legal in America.
No.
So how the hell do we tangent away from that?
Oh, well.
Walk the fuck away from that horrible shit.
Well, with this 0% alcohol beer, I'm really getting it out of my memory.
Burned in forever.
Oh, it's. When did you get in the business?
I got in 2011.
2011?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was that?
10 years?
10 years?
A little over 10 years, yeah, at this point.
Shit.
Yeah, I've been around a long fucking time.
Well, dude, I'm hitting 6, and I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah, it's like late 2010, early 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Federosi told me at one point, like, oh, you get a gold watch when you've been in this long. I'm like, fuck. The retirement, retirement gold watch, fuck.
How many does Tommy Gunn have?
Shit. I think Tommy Gunn was in porn before porn was a thing.
Right? Or Steve Holmes?
Oh, fucking those guys. Bravo to them for like still being able to get it up and.
Oh, dude, all respect to them, man, because I'm like, Steve Holmes genuinely looks like he still loves the game so hard. I wish I was that horny. Like, that's crazy, man. God bless him.
Yeah, I really wish. Like, I like Steve as a person. I really wish he had not like had that horrible fucking.
Yeah.
Like he could have handled that a lot fucking better.
Well, you know what, dude? In this day and age, with all the bad things that have been happening, it's like everyone can handle things a little better. But it's like sometimes you're taking someone from a different era and putting him into this new idea, and he's handled it the way he's been living his whole life that no one complained about until just now. It's like, yeah, is it wrong? Yes, but it's like he's been doing this for fucking ever. No one ever complained about it before.
He definitely did not take that another person's feelings were fucking involved.
100%. But again, I don't think he's ever had to worry about that really. I'm not agreeing with what he did at all. I'm just saying it's like, is anyone surprised?
I wish someone had just been like, Steve, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that'd be great. But this is like with what's his name who went to jail? Fucking the fucking hairy fat dude.
Oh, Ron.
It's like, dude, I've seen girls literally run up to him and make out with him, like out of nowhere. And so he's been living this way for a long time. Some people don't like him, some people do, but it's like,
yeah, but what Ron was doing is full on criminal.
well, what did he do?
I mean, he fucking there's rape allegations, like full on rape allegations.
See, all I heard was he just kept like making out and like touching him top and feels and whatnot. Was like everyone I've seen girls just run up to him and do that.
Oh no, Ron notorious for that, but like there were actual like rape charges filed against him.
Oh, okay.
Like allegedly he raped some women in the Rainbow.
I recall what I said then. This is what happens when you don't read.
Stop being a stereotype, Nathan.
I am 100% a stereotype.
Like, I'm male talent. I don't read.
Well, see, you know what it is? I don't read anything about my industry because
it's all depressing.
It's so depressing. Know what I read?
Good book.
I'm gonna. What am I reading right now? The new book, Choke, by
Chuck Palahniuk.
No, Choke by what's his name? The guy who brought Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to America.
Oh, one of the Gracies?
Yeah, one of the fucking
like Henzo or no, it's
Hoyson.
Yeah.
So his book.
All those R's, damn it. All those fucking
oh my god. Dude, trying to spell those things out. I'm like, Hoyson, that's not an H, that's a J. But yeah, no, it's a pretty good book, that one. Got that and a couple other ones. But, yeah. I don't read anything about this fucking industry. It's too many people that think they've been in for a long time that people should know, and then too many people come in that don't know anything, and then just this weird circle of no one understanding.
there's a lot of bad. There's a lot of bad.
Definitely a lot of bad.
But yeah, Ron got full on rape charges.
Okay, gotcha. Ugh.
And almost everyone I know has had a bad experience with him.
Yeah. I remember one of the first times I saw him, like I was at XRCO Awards. I was with Katie Mercury, and me and her were talking. We're hanging out the whole night, and then she's like, "Hey, hold this for me for a second." I'm like, "I gotta hold her drink," and she runs over and just starts making out with him hard, and I was like, and she comes back over to me. I'm like, "That tastes like salami." I'm like,
I mean, he probably had his own production at the time, so she just like, so
I don't think he did. I think he just at the party. She just knew him from a guy that she's seen for the last however many years, you know. So, yeah, I've seen a lot of girls do it. It's like, oh my god, I've masturbated to you for years.
Who is masturbating to Ron Jeremy? Who? I mean, obviously, a lot of people. He was in a lot of fucking scenes.
Yeah.
But like, who's like? No, I was masturbating to the girl that Ron Jeremy happened to be having sex with, not to Ron Jeremy.
I think the only one I ever saw from him was one where he was getting a blowjob by like 3 girls. And he's just grabbing his dick by the base and it's just pushing all the blood into it. I'm like, is that even fun for you, man?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of don't knows about that one.
When I first got in, the people I were hanging out with, like one of the first Exoticas I worked, we were out at dinner and everyone around the table was sharing their Ron Jeremy stories. It was just like, they're all fucking bizarre. All of them. Like one of the people was like, oh yeah, Ron just brought a bunch of homeless people to my club party on it, like as his pluses and just brought them in and then just left. I don't know if that's an exaggeration or if that's what really happened.
I wish I could be that big of a dick. Baller move right there. Suck it. Here's your party.
Don't worry, Nathan. Next time you're hosting a party in Hollywood, I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring a bunch of homeless into your party and then peace out.
Fuck that, man. Just let me come down here and cook for all of them. Know who doesn't bitch? Homeless people, because my barbecue's dope.
I mean, I'm not homeless, and I wasn't bitching about it last night.
I was really bummed out when there was no more. I was like, fuck, now I'm hungry again. Fuck.
Yeah, I ate 3 ribs.
Yeah?
Yeah, maybe 4.
Dude, again, a beef, I don't cook beef ribs often. I love pork ribs. But god damn it, man, those were fucking good.
They were.
I need to rethink my life on cooking beef ribs more, man. Because that was really good. It's like, well, I think I did like only 3.5 hours. No, maybe it was like 4 hours in the smoker. Yeah, I think by time it was like 4.5 hours. So
yeah, those were really good. For the audience at home, Nathan threw a little Halloween shindig last night, and I rolled through and ate food and left.
No, it was a good time.
It was like no costume. Brought a couple cigars, ate his food, said hi to his fiance.
Yeah.
Like, oh hey, congratulations!
Yeah.
I'm here to eat your food, and left.
It worked out, right?
Oh yeah, it was great.
It was better than staying for when the person with the bow and arrow started shooting off at people. So no, they didn't. I took the bow before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw you take the bow.
Yeah.
But I also left before everyone else did, so.
Yeah, no, I took the bow. I was just making sure. I was like, you know what, guys? I'm tired, and I do not want to have to worry about you when I go to sleep. So let's take this thing away from you because I shouldn't have let any of you guys use my bow. It's not a high poundage one. It was only 15 pounds. But, like, our target is, like, here, and about 3 feet up goes over a fence, and that's the next person's house. So it's like, if you're good, you're fine because I'm only hitting right there. But it's like, as those drinks going down and you guys don't shoot that often, all it has to do is the arrow just would pop off that thing and goes
into someone's window.
Yeah, someone's window, into someone's leg, someone's eye.
Yeah, that's a lot worse than like a baseball into someone's window.
Yeah. The window will usually still hit the baseball, hit the window and drop, not go straight through the window and into someone's leg. I'm gonna grab one of these beers real fast. All
right, Nathan is grabbing another near beer for himself.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get fucking wiper wested.
Nathan just comes over and breaks my set to start off with. Like,
it's. I find it's good to keep you on your toes. You know, I don't want you to think that I'm gonna come here and give you an easy solution to your day. You interrupted me watching the new Dune movie. Okay, so
I did not interrupt shit. You planned your day like that. I didn't like call you like, hey Nathan, come over now. We planned this shit 24 hours ago.
I love how you say I planned anything. There is no plan.
I mean, there was a little bit of a plan.
Yeah,
like 24 hours ago, like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow?
That's true. By the way, that is a massive jug of kimchi in there.
It is.
That is wildly massive. Do you eat that much kimchi?
Uh-huh.
Damn.
That's all me.
Good for you, man. You got some good probiotics going through your system.
I got to make up for the rest of my diet.
Oh, sure. Like the last handful of times I went to go get kimchi, it is never the shit I'm looking for. I end up got kimchi relish, and then I got kimchi like with like fruit chunks in it. And
See, I go to the Korean market and do that shit.
No, this is 100% my fault. I went to Pavilions. I usually go to 99 Ranch to get all my stuff, but like I just happened to be at that. And I was like, oh, kimchi's right there. Why not? White people. Stop fucking with a good thing.
Yeah. Do you know how much that jar of kimchi was?
Like $2.
Not quite that cheap, but like 15 for that.
Oh, yeah.
For the audience, it is 7.5 pounds of kimchi.
Yeah, it's a massive tub. It's something you could be proud of. If you want to, you could definitely do curls with it. Yeah, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, if it wasn't half empty.
Well, that's just showing you're a growing boy,
Yeah. Putting on that pandemic weight.
The pandemic weight. Isn't it over yet?
No.
Oh.
No. There are still like people dying from this shit. I know like
Fake
LA
news.
pretty much pretends it's over.
It's fake news, bro. It's all fake news. Dude, I heard this morning, and don't know if this is true or not, but they said Florida's got the lowest cases of COVID. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, Florida has the lowest cases of COVID. Like some African republics have 98% that turned out for their dictator to vote for him. It's a fair election.
Dude, when I heard that, I was like, that doesn't make sense. But hey, as someone who went to Florida last year in January, Disney World was taking it very seriously. They got very upset when you try to take off your mask to, take a picture. They were not having that shit. Mm-mm.
Yeah, they understand where their money comes from.
Yeah.
The rest of Florida is like, woo!
Party!
It's like bum bus.
I'm hitting someone up. I have to do that show.
The minute we get out of here, just text your agent like, yo, how do I get on the bum bus?
Yeah, get me on the bum bus. I will pay for the flight. This is awesome. I already have a t-shirt. I'm going to get my independent t-shirt, my Dickie shorts, my high tube socks.
How are you going to get the farmer's stand going before you get there, though?
Oh, they can suck it. That's not going to happen. I am what they're trying to be. So this is what they get. Oh, one of those metal ball chain necklaces.
Oh, yeah. Chain wallet, too?
Oh, chain wallet. One of the red, white, and blue wristbands. But it's got to be cut so it looks more punk rock. Nailed
Definitely.
It. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Oh, what's that? What was the trucker hats? The Von Dutch ones?
Yeah, the Von Dutch trucker. You're going to look like Ashton Kutcher from 2000.
Fuck, yes.
My favorite, I don't know if you saw it in that scene, but like the dude with the farmer stand, like the sunglasses and the hat, like who's driving the bum bus, at one point, like reaches around and just grabs the girl's tits. Like, you got to enjoy yourself at work.
I didn't see that part. I was just enjoying the fact that he had to play basketball before.
Like, I didn't realize there was basketball hoops in Germany.
I was like, where are you guys doing this at, man? The sun's out? I thought it was cloudy as fucking Germany.
It's like the one sunny day, like, okay, we will pretend we're in California.
We're going to shoot 30 scenes right now, guys. Let's go.
Let us go. Quickly.
I'm guessing they don't have girls flake on them nearly as much as we do.
Oh, I don't know. I think that's a universal thing.
True. I'm just wondering if because I know in Europe they get paid less for doing scenes.
Well, like Eastern Europeans, definitely.
Well, no, just like for like doing scenes. Like in England, they get paid for the fake taxi. They get paid less.
Really?
Yeah. For the legal porno, they get paid. Like
They get paid less for legal?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Apparently, a selling point for legal is the fact that we're going to shoot you like twice a day for like 7 days, and so you end up making good money. But I'm like, you have like 9 dudes fucking slamming their dicks, going hard on you, pissing on you the whole time. Like, is that worth it? Man, that's fucking gnarly. But some people like it. I'm not going to judge what you're doing. But
I know a lot of the performers that go over for legal, one, like it, and two,
yeah,
they're like, well, I get a couple days in like Prague to just hang out too.
And there's but like, man, the workflow, because I know it's like when I'm doing like some of the bit gnarly gangbangs here, those are fucking hectic as hell, you know, let alone when you have to do like 2 or 3 in a day. This is just from what I've been told, people. I don't know anything.
Yeah, don't add us, legal porno. Don't add us.
Yeah.
No adding.
No, I actually quite enjoy your guys' work. It's fantastic. Keep up the good stuff. I can honestly say I can't do it. It's like, dude, I'd have to shoot my dick up to do that, man. It's like that's so many dicks in one hole.
Are you? I don't know. Are you able to like do the dick rub in the same hole?
I've done it before. I can do it, but it's like I'm sure the pressure on steps because you're doing multiple in a day is like go. It's like, and just like that with trying to like when you see them do like the triple stack, it's like if you're one, they're not gonna pick me in these ones because my dick is not the big one. You know, I'm boyfriend cock at best. And it's like they're not gonna use me in this because like I'd have to be close in. I'm not gonna be open up when there's another guy's hips right against me and there's a guy's legs down here. You know, I got thick thighs and a mediocre cock, so it doesn't really work that way.
Well, and if you're the middle dick and all that, are you actually inside a vagina or are you just inside 2 dicks?
You know, I think it's you're mostly tipping it in.
But all the meat you're getting friction against is just 2 other dicks.
Oh, well, you could, yeah. It's just you're 2 hot dogs with a third one in the middle, and there's kind of a bun around it. So I guess that really depends if it's doing. Well, no, because usually it's 1 in the ass, 2 in the vagina.
Okay, well, I know
so if you're doing all 3 in the vagina, yeah, it's just dicks.
Yeah, you're just rubbing against 2 other dicks.
Yeah, it's probably mostly that. Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that if you're into that. Like, I'm not knocking it, but.
You want to know what 2 dicks on your dick feels like? A vagina.
It's like, well, the atmosphere around my penis is warm and wet, but that is 2 dicks.
But the weird part with the atmosphere around my dick is it doesn't crissete liquid. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Yeah, when you start getting into that realm, thinking like that, you're like, huh. Don't think about that. Just look at her titties. Nice.
There's a reason I've never wanted your guys' job. Never wanted it. Not once.
Do you ever, speaking of having to look around people to come, I remember I did this 15 guy blow bang, right? Where it was like, look, every guy that anyone's seen in porn, we're all there. And I think, and usually when you get around like past 10 people doing a blow bang, you start getting a bunch of people that nobody knows, just a bunch of random dudes who got tested and whatnot, but they're there. And you have to get in a line to go get your dick sucked. And I think I got my dick sucked for about 30 seconds. Went to the back line. I just chilled back there the whole rest of the time talking shit because the guys who like really want to get their dick sucked are up there. And I remember it's like, oh, it's time to pop. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta get ready for that. So I'm sitting there against the wall just trying to find, and I think I see the girl's foot. And you're just sitting there jerking off to what you think it is because there's so many guys around her. You're just like, I don't know anymore. No.
I had someone at one point try to talk me into go be a mope for a bukkake, and I'm just like, nah.
Yeah, dude, there's something I find really gross when a girl's got a bunch of cum that's just been on her face and drying up. Like curdled cheese. It's just...
Well, it's just one of those things at the time, I've never wanted to be male talent. Like, I got into this industry as a fucking compromise on my wanting to actually make real films. I didn't know anyone in Chicago who made real films. I met a bunch of people who did porn.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's closer to film.
Yeah, it's almost there.
Yeah, it's almost there.
Yeah.
And so I always wanted to be a production guy, make films, do creative shit.
Yeah.
And then years later, a friend of mine who's, I guess he's considered legitimate male talent these days, but at the time, he was basically a glorified mope. He was a performer's husband, and got real upset with me when I was like, "Nah, man, I have zero interest in going to fucking do a bukkake with you, man. Why the fuck not? Why would I want to do that? Like, I don't want the job in the first place, and I definitely don't want the job where I'm not even fucking somebody."
Who was it?
I'm not calling him. Oh. I'm not calling him out on air.
What the fuck wouldn't you want to do it? Dude, I think I've had a handful of like stunt guys that'll hit me up and be like, dude, you give me it. I'm like, you don't want to do this, dude. You don't want to. It's not what you think. Oh, I don't give a fuck if you have a big dick. It's not what you think. Don't do it. Question, because you're in the business too. Do you ever have dudes like when they find out you're in the business?
Oh yeah,
talk to you about their dick.
Not so much about their dick. I definitely get the. So how do I get in, bro?
Yeah, that one I get all the time. But like, it's the weirder ones when you have people closer to you because you're in the business. And they'll be like, "So, dude, my dick does this, and like, what do you know? Like, or like, what's good for this?" And I'm like, "What's this rash look like?"
I guess probably because I don't fuck on film. People are
true. I just didn't know if you had the similar thing, but I know I think anyone who's even close to being in porn gets that question a lot.
Hell, we were talking about this last night. I popped into your Instagram live just to say hey yesterday, and one of your fucking weirdo fans tried to like Instagram face call me. Like,
oh yeah.
Like what the fuck do you? Part of me should have taken the call and recorded it and be like, what's up?
Yeah. What's up? You're on.
Like, I need you to sign a waiver real quick because this is about to be internet content.
Oh, that'd be, dude, that'd be a good way to make some content. And just I answer all the phone calls that go on there.
You should. Oh my God, we should do that.
I should go on my live right now. For the next 10 seconds, one lucky fan gets to be on the new podcast.
Yeah, we're not interrupting the podcast like that. But that would be amazing content for your YouTube channel or some shit. Just
yeah, I just had to block them right after I did that.
Yeah, just like, and have a good life.
Yeah, that was fun. That was nice for both of us. Don't talk to me again, you weird motherfucker. No, what was the dude? I know where I have most of my fans from. India and South Asia. Not where I thought my fans would be. Yeah,
I mean, there are a lot of Indian porn fans out there.
Yeah, a lot. I'm guessing lots of tech companies are out there, so that helps. But not where I think all my gay fans would come from. Who don't pay for anything. Thanks, guys.
Do you think because of Indian culture they're closeted and like they can come out to you, but they can't come out to like actual Indian culture?
Might be. It is. No, it's even crazier when you get the guys from like Syria or Iran. I got fans from both those, like a good chunk of them too. And I'm like, oh wow, we're bringing our countries together, guys, through porn. High fives. I'm so proud of us.
Yeah, I occasionally get those guys too. We're just like, wow, you're in a part of the world. Okay.
Yeah.
Shouldn't this like get you stoned for listening to this?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, geez, man, you guys are taking a risk to go on my live. You guys are taking a major risk. I am not interested enough to die over. Stop it.
As your friend, I can attest that is accurate.
Yeah, I do cool stuff, but nothing.
Not worth dying over.
No, we're dying. I mean, then again, I don't know your life, so maybe I am.
I mean, if your life's that depressing that Nathan's shit is worth dying over, try to figure out something else.
Yeah. Learn how to bake a cake.
Learn how to flee your current existence.
Oh, yeah.
Just be like, fuck it, I'm out.
I'm fucking out.
I mean, go join ISIS. That'll be exciting.
Ooh.
That do not.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be an isolated clip. So we're going to isolate that one. Matt's proposing that people go join ISIS.
Next call. How's ISIS doing now these days? Since the Taliban seems to be doing better.
Right? I guess joining the Taliban is probably the better move these days.
Dude, I remember hearing a long time ago back when, I think we're 20 years into the war in Afghanistan or 10 years?
20,
yeah. I think around like 10-year mark, like people were leaving the Taliban to go to ISIS because they paid better. The recruiting videos are just up to snuff.
If you are a mercenary and you're fighting for money, of course you're going to go where the better paycheck is.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense to me. If that's how you make your fucking living, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, what? If you're a mercenary, most of these, well, I don't know enough about the
geopolitical politics of the Middle East.
I don't know enough about the geopolitical. Yeah, I don't know enough, but because be able to say like, is it mercenaries or is it religious factions or is it people that this, is it that?
Maybe a little column A, a little bit column B. Like,
is it for oil? Is it for that? I don't know.
If you believe in the cause, but it's a similar cause, and that cause is going to pay a lot fucking better, aren't you going to go where?
I'm definitely going to go that way.
Hey, the Taliban at the time was kicked the fuck out of Afghanistan. ISIS had territory. They had a caliphate.
Fancy.
Right? They had their chunk of Syria and Iraq at that point.
Yeah. And it's not all mountainous ranges, so that's probably a little bit nicer. Because as far as I've heard, it's just a pain in the ass to move to that country.
Through Afghanistan?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like why no one fucking conquers it successfully.
Yeah. England, Russia.
Us.
Largest
military the world has ever known. Like, the minute we're not actively like stopping what's going on, it's just like, no, cool. It's like we were never here, except all the ordnance we left behind for them.
That was one of the things I was wondering why we didn't break all that, like blow it up or break it or nothing.
Because ostensibly it was supposed to go to the Afghani military.
That's right. Yeah. That didn't work out.
No, not so good.
And for all the Afghan people out there, I'm very sorry that not a great thing that happened.
Yeah, we didn't do so good there.
I will give you all my free porn. I don't think it's going to help, but.
Wow. The amount of DM slides of people just like claiming to be Afghani, all of a sudden that's going to roll through and be like, oh yeah, I live in Kabul, man. Why does your IP say Hollywood? VPN, bro. VPN.
Fooled you. I don't even know where that is. Hollywood might as well be Afghanistan at a certain point. I hate coming over here.
See, I love living here. I love it.
Hate it. Hate the parking.
Well, yeah, I have parking spots, so
no, I get that, but just don't like it at all. I never got why. I'm since I got in this business, you meet all the girls who are like, I just want to live where the party's at all the time. I'm like, yeah, but it's just dirty all the time too. It's dirty. It's grimy. It takes me forever to get to work. Man, just living over there, I'm 30 minutes from every spot, even in traffic. So
yeah. See, I like being able to walk to bars. I like being able to fucking walk to my restaurants.
Gotcha.
I don't mind grimy.
Yeah.
Generally, people are not trying to stick things inside me, so
it's true.
I don't have to really worry about walking around at night.
Gotcha.
If I was a hot little girl, yeah, that might be a problem.
Well, you don't just have to be a hot little girl for people to stick things inside you. I'm
just putting it out there that I'm just not that desirable for people wanting to stick things inside me.
Hey, cheer up, buddy. Someone's going to want to do something dirty to you sooner or later.
Oh, plenty of people want to do dirty things to me. They just don't want to stick things inside me. They know I have them Jew guts.
They want their bank accounts to get better. Give me some of that.
Oh, I just meant I was going to shit all over them.
Oh, okay.
Literally and figuratively. I
wonder if that ever gets you out of a scenario like that. Hey, bro, you can try this. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if you go for it and you lose, you're going to get kicked in the face. Now, if you do it and win, you're still going to get kicked in the face, but you might get shit on. And
you're going to get shit on.
And I ate pebbles.
And a couple pounds of kimchi.
Yeah. The Sandman's a-coming, sir.
You are going to smell like garlic and chili paste forever.
I shoved a bottle of Pop Rocks at my ass. Do you really want to play with that?
I don't know. That might be pleasurable for them.
It might be, actually. Or it's so much it blows up. There's a condom of PCP up there. Find out.
So much weird shit up my ass, apparently, that I didn't even know about.
Not living, bro.
Apparently, I fell asleep at that party last night and some shit happened.
Yeah, things got put up in places.
Should I go get an x-ray?
There was more ribs. Didn't know what to do with them.
Matt wants ribs. Whoop. See how many we can make disappear inside him.
I stuck the whole rib in there and pulled out. It was clean. No meat.
Hungry asshole. Oh my God.
Yeah. It's a silly day.
What? Silliness on this show? Never.
So wait, when are you going to actually have a point where you can actually smoke cigars in here?
Never, unfortunately.
Damn. That'd be nice.
Maybe one day when we are no longer recording in my apartment.
That's true.
When we get to a real studio setting and I can get smoke scrubbers put in.
Nice.
Oh yeah, no, I'd love to. I would absolutely love to. That was one of the nicest things about being in Vegas last week. Lexi booked a fucking smoking room.
Ooh.
So I literally, I don't know if you saw it on my Instagram, but I took a picture of myself in a bathtub smoking a cigar.
Ooh.
This is that's right. this is luxurious. She had a full on like jacuzzi in the room, and I'm like,
Oh,
like
so nice.
fired up the jets, lit a cigar. Like, yeah, I'm doing a photo shoot. Like the girls were out like doing something,
Who cares?
and I'm just like, yeah, I set up my lighting and my camera, and just like started just taking selfies of myself in a bathtub while smoking cigars. Like, I mean, is it technically a selfie if it's like remote shooting?
Yeah,
Sort of.
it's still you doing that. I've seen girls that would still call that a selfie.
There you go.
Hot. Should have got some baby oil for that chest, bro.
Yeah, but they got clumpy in the hair.
You gotta brush it out.
Yeah, I wouldn't spend that much time. But yeah, like literally that red light's not filtered. Like I literally set up lighting.
Oh, jeez. Dude, I remember one of the first times I went to Vegas when I was in a band. We went with the whole band, and one of the kids had turned 21, right? And so the kids' parents got us a room at Planet Hollywood and had jacuzzi in there. And so when everyone went to sleep, because we got there like 6, and everyone went to sleep, and I took this kid out through all of Vegas, right? And we were just drinking Adioses the whole time.
Ugh.
So it's now 6 in the morning. We've had 7 of those because they're in the big ones too. So it takes a while to get through them. And we get back and there's jacuzzi in there, and we're doing fine. We're doing fine. And I get out to go get some, and I come back, and the jacuzzi's like orange now. I'm like, what the fuck? I look at him. He's just, I'm like, oh, he threw up everywhere. So I just go wake up his mom. I'm like, hey, your son's fucking either shitting himself or throwing up. You got to deal with this problem.
No longer my problem.
No longer my problem. I helped him celebrate his 21st. My job's done.
I got him back to the hotel room safely. Handoff.
High five.
Yep. I'm going to bed now.
Yeah, I'm going night night. But then I think when I woke up, we all went to the pool, and then I got too drunk, and they had to put me in a wheelchair and carry me back up to the room. So everyone had their turn, you know.
The Vegas wheelchair moment is always amazing.
It's a coming of age tale, it really is. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever told the story on air. I'm sure I have, but when I first flew out to Vegas, because I moved to Vegas before I moved to LA for the biz.
Okay.
When I first flew out to Vegas to find my place to live, I got so trashed on the flight. Like I drank them out of whiskey. And the minute I got to McCarran, I stole a wheelchair.
Yes.
And like drunkenly wheeled myself out to the curb for Tegan Presley's husband at the time to pick me up. Like, hey, I'm here. And that night was an absolute fucking shit show. I've definitely told this part of the story, but the minute we get to their house, like Tegan's like, Jaeger bombs? I'm like, okay. I'm clang. A bunch of Jaeger bombs on the amount of whiskey I've already drank. We got to the club, kept drinking, kind of passed out in the VIP. Came to him like, yeah, I'm going to need to puke now. So the security had to escort you to the VIP bathroom. They escort me to the VIP bathroom. I just, I go, like, I'm like ready to boot and rally.
Yeah.
And security guards just swapped while I was puking. And the new security guard's like, did you puke? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm good. Let's go. He's like, nah, man, you're out. You puked, you're done.
Oh.
I'm like, all right, man, like, I do security too. I'm not going to fucking fight with you about this shit. Like, can I say, he's like, nah, man, you got to go. I'm like, all right, cool. So, they 86 me. Yeah. And, it's a club in the casino. So I run into some of my other friends on the casino floor. And just when they walk in, I walk right back in with them. There we go. Right back to the VIP. Because, since I wasn't making a scene on the way out, like, dude didn't call for backup or anything. Or I don't think he even announced he was 86ing me.
Win.
Yeah, like, just right back into the club, back to drinking. Like,
that's one thing I'm not missing so far is those hangovers from those days, man.
See, I don't really get hangovers.
Oh, God bless you, sir.
Practice.
Yeah, no, I was putting in work, dude, for a long time. But it just was getting to a point, man, because it's like I waking up, and I think also the Viagra doesn't help. Because, pushing all that blood around, and body just doesn't have enough water. Maybe it's not getting enough water in my body or this or that. I don't know. I'm working on getting all the dietary things like pretty much set from doing this job. But man, there was a couple times over the last couple of years I'm just like, I can still do my job, but God damn, it hurts to fuck right now.
Poor girl's like, I'm getting drunk just smelling him.
Does it smell bad? Shut up.
I can imagine you have a super hungover day and she's like not super fresh down there. And you're just like,
Oh, well, lucky fun fact about me is pretty much when I go into any sexual encounter, I don't even breathe through my nose. Fucking just because of habit. But I have definitely tasted a couple people where I'm like, that's a little bit ripe past sour. So I stop eating them out and I start fingering them. And like my hand pulls out just a bunch of white goo and blood chunks. And I'm just like, I'm not eating you out anymore. I'm just bummed out I have to put my dick in you in a second. Because if you guys haven't watched a lot of pornos, you understand the order of things, either blowjob, pussy eating, and then the sex. And, when's the first thing is that? It's like,
no cutting on that. Just get to work.
Just get to fucking work. Just wipe that shit away.
Fling it behind you.
Yeah. What's the gnarliest thing you ever seen in this job?
Oh, I'm trying to think what. I mean, definitely seen some really gnarly makeup sponges come out of people.
Oh yeah, definitely. I pulled many out. Have you told them what makeup sponges are?
I mean, I'm sure it's been discussed, but we can definitely.
If you guys don't know what makeup sponges, or you all know what makeup sponges are, little triangle pieces. The girl's like, meh, 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 meh. But basically in this business, when a girl's on her period, yeah, shove that son bitch right up inside of her. Because basically what that does is it sucks up the blood so nothing comes out, but stuff can go in. And what ends up happening, because it gets up there and the girl's arm can't bend weird, so she has a hard time getting it. So what you do, this is just pro tip, you don't go like this, okay? You lick your fingers and you go like that. You got more muscle right there. You go up there, feel around, grab it, pull it out, throw it away. And you don't bitch about it either. Just do your job.
It's part of the responsibility.
Part of the job. Yeah. It's part of the responsibility. One of the ones I've seen, though, I remember we were doing an anal scene and I'm fucking a girl in the ass. And there's just like this girl, like, looks like she tried to clean out, but it's just like residual green liquid just keeps coming out. And so I pull out and I'm trying to clean it off. And then she just goes straight sucking it. And I'm just like, oh, you are a team player. That turned me on and made me want to throw up all at the same time. Ugh.
Did she want to kiss you after that?
Maybe. I was
no. She comes out to kiss you like, nope.
One of the gnarly ones was that blowbang with Lee Raven, where she got the meat hooks put through her knees and she got suspended upside down.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Oh yeah, that one's always one of my, like, I was like, I did that. That was fucking gnarly. She did that for like 30 minutes. She was hung upside down by her knees, by her knee meat.
Like back on the knee?
No, like it was 2 through this part, like this side, and then 1 through here, big one through here.
So that's like through like the ACL or some shit?
I just, the skin, they pulled it up and chunked her through.
It's amazing that would support her weight.
The skin is nightmarishly elastic, apparently. It was gnarly. And just by the end of it, because she's upside down for like 30 minutes and we're just fucking her face. And she was pretty gnarly. She liked the dick shoved in her eyes and stuff. Her face swole the fuck up by the end of that. By the end, she's like, yeah.
That's wild for someone who like doesn't sleep with dudes in real life. Like,
yeah, right.
Like, oh yeah, I'm going to tolerate this kind of penises.
Yeah. She apparently liked it.
Fucking what a trooper. What a fucking trooper.
Does she do anything anymore?
I'm sure she's like, her and Nikki are still off doing stuff.
Yeah. I like Nikki. She was cool, man. Never really got to meet Lee Ray. Well, I met her Lee Ray by showing my dick inside her eyes, but
well, I biblically know her, but I don't really know her.
By the Catholic Church sense, I know her, but like I don't really know her. And Nikki Hartz was, I've talked to her a handful of times. She's really cool.
Yeah, like I've known Nikki for years, like before Nikki and Lee were together, and then like I haven't seen them. They're in Vegas these days.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen them in a hot minute, but like Nikki's always been super cool. Like Lee, like I only met Lee in passing a handful of times. Like after they got together.
Yeah. I don't know that much. Huh.
Like I offered Nikki and Leo a platform to talk about like the rape allegations that happened on set a couple years back.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
I'm like, you guys want to come on here and talk about it? Like, I'm more than happy to give you a place to talk about it.
Yeah.
But they didn't take me up on it, so
Hmm.
all I can do is offer.
Yeah. That was an interesting time. Yeah, that was like one of the first times I think because I got in the business maybe 2 years before that, and it was the first time I saw like a rape allegation like that come out. And it just seems like there's a lot more now.
Well, and I think like unfortunately, it's probably been going on for a long time, and more and more people are aware of like that is rape, not this is just how it goes in porn.
Yeah, definitely. You can say no. You can say no. It's okay to say no, guys.
Yeah.
Paycheck is not worth the sleepless nights. My dick has been raped with many a girl's vaginas. Yeah, sounds weird.
It's still rape.
Yeah.
So you're saying you were raped?
I was raped. But you know what? You're also thinking like this. I'm getting paid, but you don't want to be there. That girl is being a giant cunt to you. It's like, I would love nothing more not to be here, and I just hate this. So it just is what it is.
So it's consent through coercion, technically?
It's consent because no one gives a fuck about the male side. And, just you're doing a job. So I'm here to do a job, whether or not that's like considered this, but I'm still here to do a job. I take it the same way I would be in a kitchen, It's like just because I don't want to make the meal doesn't mean I'm not going to make it. Still here to do that.
Yeah. And it's just wild to me that like on either side, like male or female, like you'd be cunty to your co-star. Like
it's so amazing. Like I understand some people have bad days. I get that, But when you're just blatantly being a bitch, like, why? Like I've seen some girls like, yeah, I like to fuck with new guys or people I haven't worked with. I'm like, why? You're just making your day longer. It's like, why wouldn't you try to be nice to make this day fun? Because we're both trying to have fun. That's the point of this job, not trying to make people feel like a piece of shit,
Yeah, like, I'm supposed to regret my profession all of a sudden? Fuck.
Yeah. It's like, fooled you. I've always regretted it. Ha! But no, it's like, why would you make that happen? Like, I told you about that one girl I came in and did a scene with. She's like, I hate all white dudes in the industry.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and I'm like, cool. Why did you need to tell me that? And also,
why are you here?
You signed the paperwork. We're doing the scene.
Right? Like, are you telling me I'm getting my kill fee right now? Is that what you're telling me?
You saying I can go home?
Right?
High five? No, okay.
I'll take my kill fee and I'm out.
Yeah, I'm fucking...
I guess I'm lucky. I have never had anyone like outwardly be cunty to me. Like
Really?
As a production dude, like I don't know if it's just because I'm not a small dude and I'm loud and people are just like, but everyone for the most part has been cool to me.
That's awesome, man. Because I remember when over the years, I'll tell just new girls, I'll be like, here's things you should know. Be nice to everyone. Even the production assistant, even the PA, because you don't know if they're going to be director later on. But just in general, be nice to them.
Well, definitely be nice to the PA. They're generally the person who's just their whole job is there to make sure your day goes easier.
Yeah.
Like that's the last person you want to be shitty to.
Agreed. But some of these people don't understand that.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I've worked with some performers that were like notorious, like quote difficult, and all been cool with me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that I'm a big dude and I'm just like, yo, what do you need?
Come on, go.
Yo, what can I get for you?
Yeah. Dude, I've had, I'm pretty sure some of these notorious people that you're talking about just been absolute cunts to me. It took them years to be like kind of nice to me. Like, I remember I worked with one girl. I don't need to say name.
No need for that.
No need for that. Director now, though, it's good for her. But she, like, I remember walking up to her first day, like on set with her, and I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" On her phone. "Hey, how you doing?" On her phone. And I had to get like right in her face. "Hey, how are you?" "Oh, hey." And just goes back to her phone. And that was pretty much the rest of the day, too. I was like, and then me and the directors looking at each other like, what the fuck, man? Come on, just give me something. I know it's like whether you're working every day or not, you can be high.
Right.
We're about to have intercourse.
pretend you like me for like be an actress.
Yeah.
Act like you like me.
You're a thespian.
Drama.
That's all we're doing. Drama. It's just sad though. Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. It is the biz.
It is the business. Nothing, but the one thing is, there needs to be a better all-telling novel about this business because no one knows what it is when you come into it. You know, it's like you have no fucking idea what it's like. I mean, it definitely has given me a lot of fucking stories though. So many stories.
What's super fucked up for me is porn has made me more successful in music than I was when I actually worked in music.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Like, I have met higher profile people in music. I've had more connects in music than I ever did when I legitimately ran a fucking independent record label.
People like porn.
Rock stars like porn.
They do like porn.
It's absolutely just mind-boggling to me at times. It's like, I legitimately owned an independent record label. I fucking was the second stage sponsor at a metal fest where Napalm Death headlined. And I have gotten more all access passes and met bigger level musicians since I'm working in porn.
So, I haven't met anyone really from being in porn, except for other porn people.
You're not hanging with the right people then.
I know I'm not. Well, I think that's because I just stopped hanging out with people altogether.
Fair.
Yeah.
For example, like, I don't want to just like grossly name drop, but like the bassist in a fairly big metal band, like, I met that dude because he was dating a friend of mine. And she literally like, hey, can you babysit my boyfriend while I'm on set?
Damn.
Like, you guys will get along fine. He likes fucking metal and MMA. You guys will get along. Just take him to the bar and like keep him occupied while I'm on set.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The one thing I did get was Lily Lane. She hit me up. She's like, hey, I don't want to go to this thing by myself. Do you mind coming with me to Danzig's Halloween party? And I was like, fuck yeah, why not? I mean, we saw what's his name there? Craven. Craven was there. But the weird one was, I was like, that Jesus character over there looks like Weird Al Yankovic. I was like, oh, that's because it's Weird Al Yankovic in Jesus outfit.
Wow.
Yeah. But also we're there and she likes to get to bed early. And I was like, this is very, very tame and whatnot. But I was like, we ended up leaving because Danzig was just upstairs like the whole time Dave even come down. He's up in this VIP area. I'm like, just having people come to your party but not coming down.
So fucking Hollywood. It's so weird. I love Lily. Like, I've gone to so many shows with Lily.
Yeah. She's so great. Yeah, no, I when I remember the first time I met her, it's like, dude, you're awesome. We ended up talking about all the same shows and bands. She told me how she used to like date one of the guys from Dope, and I was like, oh, I love fucking Dope. Yeah, interesting people that went to the same shows around the same time, but you never see them, you know.
Oh yeah, me and Lily have gone to a handful of shows. We went to on a couple of years. Went to Dino Cazares' like birthday parties, like fucking his birthday shows and shit. It's been a while since I've told this story on air, but I told this story a while back. I think while Xander was on, because they dated for quite some time.
Yeah.
So, like when I first met Lily, I'm like, oh, she's awesome, and like she was so new to the business, not working so much, like. She was still like a bartender at the time, like just occasionally shooting. And like I met her through the BA folks. Like when I first went to town, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely where I parked my car.
Yeah.
Like I went and hung out with her at work. Like, I'm like, yeah, like she's awesome. Like I'm totally like, I'm down. Went to a party at Joanna's place, like her and Aaron's old like house up in fucking deep in the valley. Did you ever go to that house?
Yeah, no.
It was like a BA shoot house. It was like the BA shoot house / like they lived there.
Gotcha.
That they were renting for a while. Went to a party there and like this is when Xander was still drinking. Xander got trashed. Like Joanna's like, I need you to help me 86 Xander. Like, so I helped. I'm like, Xander's my guy, but like, it's Joanna's house. Like I help 86 Xander right into Lily's car. And like, they started dating like the next day. I'm literally like seeing the writing on the walls. I'm dragging. She's like, I'll just take him home. And I'm like, just seeing like, I'm literally just putting like. And then I love Lily to death to this day. Like, she is awesome people, but in retrospect, I'm like, that would have never worked. I am still too much of a reckless fucking crazy human being for how sane her life is these days.
She's a very sane person.
Yeah.
Like I remember one time I did a scene with her, and she hits me up. This is when we first started hanging out, and she's like, Nathan. I'm like, yeah. She's like, can you come to my house and help me build a bed? And I'm like, yeah, sure. It's like, she's like, I don't know anyone else who can actually build stuff. So it was like the first time I ever hung out with her. I'm like, yeah.
I'm a little offended. I could definitely build a bed, woman. I'm gonna text her and be like, "Yo, I could build a bed." Just out of the blue, no explanation.
How dare you?
How dare you? I could build a bed, Lily Lane.
Yeah, that was the first time actually. I would think that was after a Asiani gangbang too. She's like, that was. I think we were supposed to shoot content, but then said it's like I built a bed for her.
Yeah, no, I love that girl to death. Like, I have no romantic intentions to her at this point, but it's like she's still awesome people.
Yeah, no, she's one of those people that like I know like right now she's still very much like if you want to shoot content with her, you got to have the COVID test and all this other stuff. I'm like vaccinated. I'm not going to go pay for another COVID test just to shoot content because I don't make enough money off it. But like in general, it's like I'm almost bummed out because I want her to come on my cooking show, and I just love being around her. It's like I just feed her all day if I could, man. She's just fun to be around.
Oh, she's great people. Yeah. Just feed her French fries. Yeah. She is all about them French fries.
Yeah, maybe let's make another thing of poutine.
Oh, I want poutine.
Oh, well, I can't make it now. I already made it for Cherie.
That's fine. Yeah. When I do the cooking show, we have something very special in mind.
Oh yeah, what is it?
Do you not remember? We talked about this last night. As we get awkward silence, Nathan was not paying attention to the weird things I was saying last night.
I was so wastedly sober last night.
I know, that's the ridiculous part. We were going to do like a full-on animal head, and I was going to...
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I guess I'm just going to ruin the surprise. We're either going to get a pig's head or a sheep's head. I'm going to take a bite out of that motherfucker, like just, I
think I'd much rather go with a pig's head, just because...
Visually, it's better.
It's better, and also I think, I like sheep. I like the taste of it, but dude, I can't find fucking good sheep or good goat in California for some fucking reason. It's like I used to live on a farm where we raise and slaughter our own goats, right? And so I had really good goat. I have not had good goat since pretty much there. Everything tastes too gamey. Everything tastes like So it's just like,
yeah, get a pig. I will bite its face.
Yeah,
on your YouTube channel.
I wonder if we get like a suckling pig head. No, that won't be enough meat.
Nah, you'd have to get a couple of them.
Yeah.
And then we're going to catch some shit for killing babies.
That's fine.
I mean, I'm down.
YouTube.
Like, I'll embrace that controversy, whatever.
What the fuck ever. Fuck them.
I'll dance with them first. Like,
dude, I remember one time I got hell on my, if you guys don't know, I have a cooking show on YouTube, X Videos and Pornhub, so come check it out. It's called Hanging with Nathan. Shameless. But
not time for the plug, sir. You have done this show multiple times.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but I was drunk the rest of the time. But one of the videos I did was with Lila Faye. And so I made a vegan beef stroganoff or something like that. Just but I made it with all vegetables. And I remember I got into maybe a 3-day fight with this person because they were bitching about because I said vegan beef stroganoff. And because I called it, I'm like, well, that's because it's a recipe for beef. And I took the beef out. So it's a vegan beef stroganoff. Or I said something like that. And like, it literally just went on for days. And I'm like, I shouldn't be arguing with you about this because you're stupid. But no, I'm arguing because you're stupid.
No, I must be right.
Because I have a lot more time than you. And I am bored at work.
Like, in between blowjobs, I'm going to argue with you on the internet.
Oh, dude, I've had times where it's like I get a religious rights person on my fucking Instagram bitching, like, and it will be on like a picture of me like doing nothing sexual, right? And it would be like me doing a backflip or something like that. They're like, God is gonna make you burn in hell, and they just go off on this random thing that's not sexual at all, and I'm like, what? Is this how you get people to change? Screaming at them? Has that ever worked? Have you ever brought someone back to the fold like this? You sad son of a bitch. All right, let's talk. And I've literally been just as I'm fucking like, I want to go back to talking to these people because this is so annoying.
Well, it's the same mentality on like calling Trumpers stupid on the internet. Like, you may believe that, but you are never going to convince them to come over to your side by calling them a fucking idiot. You're just going to cause them to double down on their beliefs.
Yeah. It's like you get more flies with sugar, you know, or honey, I think it is.
Honey, sugar, whatever. Yeah.
But there's I don't know. I had to bring this up with the Trump sport, but anyway, there's this one black priest, I believe it is, and he has a story where he's got over 800 KKK members to give up their robes because he just goes and hangs out with them. And so it's like, you see, yelling at them doesn't work. Talking to them like they're people and getting to know that there's
well, and that's the thing with all racism, with all like bigotry. It's real easy to hate a concept. It's real hard to hate an actual person.
Oh yeah, especially when they, you know what, when they feed you, it's hard.
Well, and like every fucking
unless the food's bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh no, I hate them.
Oh, I hate you worse. You just fucked up ribs.
How do you fuck up ribs?
Oh, you can fuck up ribs.
I'm aware. I've had bad ribs, but it's just one of those things where it's like you can. Every fucking racist is like, oh, you're one of the good ones.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always an interesting one.
It's like, no, motherfucker, you've been indoctrinated into your bad fucking concepts.
Yeah. It's very, very interesting. Why? Love everyone. I don't get how everybody's.
Oh, no. I hate everyone. Like, I hate humanity.
Oh, yeah.
I like individuals. Humanity as generally sucks.
Excuse me. Let me pull back the love everyone thing. I want to fuck everyone.
Not it.
You're going to get some, boy.
Jew
I know
guts.
where you hide those drugs.
Jew guts. You're going to get shot on. It'll be green.
I don't care.
It'll be green and kimchi flavored. I at least need residuals from this shit. Do I have to edit my own fucking scene? God damn it.
It's a real shitty when you got to edit your own scenes because then you realize you make dumb faces. Mine?
Oh, dude. Not even having sex. I just had to edit like one of my own fucking like Twitch streams of me playing Apex. I'm like licking my lips as I'm shooting people. Like, yeah. Bop, bop, bop.
Like a clown.
I'm literally licking my lips as I shoot people at Apex. I'm like, I didn't realize I made those fucking faces. I'm not even having sex.
Yeah, now imagine the ones you had to do when you're having sex.
I mean, part of me feels super bad for like the people that fuck me. Like, you have to see that. I don't.
Yeah. Dude, there's sometimes where I'm like choking a chick out and I'm just fucking staring at her eyes. And I was like, I wonder what my face feels like, looks like. And I've had a handful of girls that are like, you look like you're ready to kill us, but we're really into it. And I'm like, high five.
As long as you're into it, that's cool.
Yeah, sweet. Oh, dope. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah. Thankfully the chick I've been fucking on the regular is into choking too. And like, I've been doing like a one-arm rear naked to her.
Oh, nice.
And she's totally been in. I'm like, yeah, I'm down with this.
Yeah, you don't have to look at my face then.
Yeah, you don't have to see my bad face on this. I'm talked about this recently, but like you'll get a kick out of it. So she has in her apartment 2 like full-length mirrors at closets, and I'm like, yeah, let me fuck you in front of these mirrors. That was a horrible mistake. Like that was like I'm like, this is gonna be so hot, and then like I'm just doing her and standing doggy like in front of these mirrors, like, oh, like I'm not gonna ever admit like why are you here, but why are you here? Like my guts coming over your ass, like. Why did I think this was a good idea? Why?
That's gonna be on the same side if you said, "Hey, let's shoot a POV video, man."
No, I'm never gonna be like, let's shoot a POV. I don't want to be fucking male talent.
Oh no, I get that. I'm just saying, like, dude, even when I had to shoot POV, I'm like, fuck, man, I wish I was skinnier. But just because doesn't matter what you do, there's a fucking thing right there, and it's like, man, even if you actually have a stomach, it's like, fucking yeah, it's hard to get around.
Well, yeah. But I'm doing standing doggy in full-length mirrors on either side. And, like, I thought this was a good idea. Because I'm like, oh, this is going to be hot to watch me fuck her. Like, oh, no. I'm like, you signed up to do this on the regular, girl? All right. I'm not going to knock you for it. Thank you. But
yeah,
this is not what I'd want to fucking beat my meat to.
I'm definitely buying some Jack in Box after this.
To be fair, I bought her that Brazilian, like, steak. You ever been to like Topanga Canyon has it, and like a couple other malls have like the knockoff Brazilian barbecue places where like you just buy meat by the pound there. I took her to that right after.
Good man.
Like, yeah, I got you. I'll buy you. Like, we went and saw a fucking movie. Like, it was. I think that's the only actual date we've ever been on.
Oh, dude, you know what? Speaking of mirrors and fucking, I remember a couple years back. You remember Nikki Knightley?
Oh yeah, I know Nikki.
Yeah. Is she still around?
I think she's doing some OnlyFans stuff, and like it bums me out because she was like she was doing comedy for a while and like stopped doing that too.
Dude, I loved that girl. She was awesome. She's badass. But anyway, she had her bed right here, a strip pole right here, and then the sliding glass mirror doors, right? And so one of the times I was over there with her and another girl, her and Kira, one girl would be sucking my cock while the other one's stripping, and I filmed both of it. That was hot. Dude, I was like, I really wish I didn't have to fucking film right now because this is like, woo. Like, I wish I did a whole series of that room, man, just doing those shots because that was a great idea.
Set it up in a studio, recreate.
I don't have a fucking studio, man.
I'm sure with all these businesses shutting down in COVID, we can probably find some real estate real cheap to set something up.
Well, that's true, but that's not my next feature. My next venture is going and buying property so I can rent it out. So,
oh, look at you being a slumlord.
I'm trying. Hey, man, I'm trying to make something that's not working on my body because everything I do is all about the fact that I can do flips, I do stunts, I can cook, construction, or do porn. And it's like I'm really need to find some other things that aren't going to be based on my legs, my arms, and the fact I can just move. So.
Get better at it.
I would like that, but I'd also like to be able to just not have to do editing all the time because it's like I can do editing, I've done it, but it's just after a certain amount of time staring in front of the screen, I'm just like,
welcome to my life.
Yeah. So,
but at least like with a lot of the shit I do, like I get creative with it, and like it's creative editing. It's not just like, oh, hey, I'm just correcting shit. I'm literally like doing fun shit with editing.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna green screen this fucking like after we wrap tonight. I'm gonna put on a green screen suit and like stick things through that curtain and try to like do some weird puppetry with a green screen suit.
What do you mean by things?
I'm going
talking
to
about
put,
your penis.
No, I'm going to put gaff tape on either a monster or a beer can, and then cut a mouth in it and try to do puppetry with a beer can.
Hot.
This is something that came to my mind recently.
This is the rest of my night.
This is what I'm doing after we wrap. I'm literally going to cut a mouth into a beer can, put X's for eyes on a beer can with gaff tape, and then put on a green screen suit, and then reach my hands through that curtain and try to.
I like it. Simple to the point. It's nice.
Just me making weird shit. Like that, honestly, as much as the pandemic fucking sucked, I've stepped up my game on making weird shit.
Oh, I'm sure. Especially because you have all the camera gear and the ability. Because half the problem with doing like getting better at like making that kind of stuff is not having the ability or the knowledge. So it's like you have that and you also edit all your own stuff. So it makes it a little bit easier to be like, what can we do artistically that's going to be really fucking weird?
On shit where it's just like, I have this idea in my mind. How do I make it happen? And I don't know how. I fucking go to YouTube and I'm like, someone has an answer on this, or a lot of it's just fucking trial and error.
Yeah. God bless YouTube.
Yeah. God bless a bunch of fucking people who are like, I'm going to give away fucking free knowledge for potential ad revenue.
Fuck college.
Honestly. I feel so bad for one of my dudes that I know from like way back in the day went to one of those like for-profit fucking art colleges for video editing. He still has fucking student loan debt that is worth a fucking mortgage.
Jesus, dude.
And isn't even working as a professional editor. I never took a professional class in a day of my life. Literally everything I have learned is through YouTube videos and trial and error.
Yep.
And as I said, like as shitty as the pandemic was, before the pandemic, really all my editing chops was knowing how to do fucking multicam shit. Because all I learned how to really video edit was this.
Yeah.
And then once I started Twitch streaming, once I started like actually being a content creator, I'm like, okay, well now how do I make weird shit?
Yeah.
Like how do I bring my weird visions to life? And I'm bringing my weird visions to life constantly.
Yeah. Wait, let's put a pause on that and need piss.
And we're back. Nathan's done pissing.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
Good job, me.
I mean, I don't see you doing the splits there.
I was holding her up.
Oh my God, you held up a 100-pound girl.
Yeah, but when you're on the stairs trying to fuck her, that's
I mean, I guess, yeah, I ain't in shape for that.
fucking up a staircase sucks all the time. unless the girl makes you really horny, it's like it sucks all the time. Because if you're not like 100%, there's no real good way to show off your dick's not like.
Well, yeah, if you're filming it, I don't have sex on film, so when I
don't understand that.
That I don't have sex on film.
I think I just think in terms that everyone has sex like that. You always open up to the fucking fake camera,
dude. That I have talked about this on there before. That super weirds me out when I sleep with performers and they're opening up for no good reason. Like, girl, what are you doing?
It's like if they're riding you, they turn around.
Well, I've definitely had like some girls that like in reverse cowgirl, like fucking straddle wide. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, that can't be good for you.
It's like, honestly, if I fuck a girl off camera, I'm like, why are you doing reverse?
Oh, I enjoy reverse in real life.
So it's like I usually like, dude, girl, unless we're like on a seat. That's like, there's no, like, I have no reason. Like, I like cowgirl because I can just fucking hold them tight to me. And I just fuck the shit out of them.
Oh no, I love cowgirl too, but like occasionally I like reverse, like especially when they lean back wide and like I'm holding on to their tits and like.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah,
see, I much rather have the tits in my face. Just smother me. Yeah, I don't want to breathe.
There's definitely. I don't even remember who this was, but I definitely she leaned back so much in like reverse. I kind of like rear naked choked her while we were doing it. Like she's just like, you know, back to stomach. Like it was essentially just doggy, but like we're on our backs. Like,
yeah, it's hot. It's hot.
That was hot as shit.
Yeah,
as my audience is like.
Why?
Talking about mat fucking is just not what they're here for.
You're fine.
Oh, I don't care. I'm gonna still do it.
Right?
The best part is my mother listens to the show and she's just like, I'm happy to hear that you're having sex. Thanks, Mom.
Oh, speaking of that, so allegedly my parents don't know I do this. Yeah, I think my dad does. But my mom...
Was your dad at the party last night?
No.
Okay, I thought I heard someone say that your dad was there last night.
No, my dad wasn't there. But my mom calls me up. My mom's not all there. She got some of her brain removed a long time ago, and so she's not. Her memory's not great. But she hits me up randomly, and she's like, "So I was online the other day, and I looked up your name, and there's a person who's 88 with your same name." And I'm like, but she just said that she looked online, and I was like, "Oh no, you're fine. You're just looking up that. All right, cool."
Well, thankfully, your stage name and your real name are nowhere near each other.
No, not even close. But at this point, it's like I found out my dad uses Reddit, which I don't know how he knows how to use Reddit, and I still don't. But
so God showed him the way.
Yeah, God showed him. God finds a way. But if he's on Reddit, the likelihood of you seeing me is severely higher.
Reddit superstar.
Oh, I'm not sure if I'm a Reddit superstar. I just know there's gifs of me all over Reddit.
Oh, dude, I want to like. I started this trend again of making T-shirts out of guests.
Gifs?
No, like T-shirts out of guests.
Oh, guests.
Yeah,
dude.
I just put one up today of this week's guest would like cancel Rain and Bozio. I'm half tempted to make a shirt of like a picture of you, be like Reddit superstar.
No, know what shirt I want?
Nathan Bronson Reddit superstar shirts.
Know what shirt I want to make?
What's that?
Remember the Obama? Was it like when Obama was
like Hope?
Yeah, the Hope one. I want to get the same one where it's me in like a suit, but it says the world's best stepson, or just say step bro, and on the back it says I'm stuck.
Nathan Bronson's dryer repair. We'll get you unstuck at
the low price of I don't know how to spell a wink, but whatever.
But I think I'm going to definitely take a still out of this week's episode and make a Reddit Nathan Bronson Reddit superstar shirt.
Do it.
You need to sign a model release real quick.
Oh, fine. Yeah, I gotta actually that, and I need to make this. I need to make some jackets for the Hanging with Nathan show because you see the kink jacket I have over there. It's like that thin material. I love those jackets. I can never find them anywhere, but I love wearing them.
Like the members only.
It's just a thinner material. And it's nice to wear. It's like to work out in. It keeps you warm enough to work out in, but you can sweat through it. And it's not going to fuck it up. So I'm just going to start making my own shirts. Oh, I should have gave you one of my shirts for the gym in the backyard. And it's parkour. It says parkour, but in the Pornhub logo.
Nice.
And I'm thinking about making OnlyFans, but it's going to say trash box on it because that's what we called the gym.
Dude, gotta get that merch.
Gotta
get that merch.
Yeah, well, I have a bunch of the shirts already in my house, but I just haven't been able to put it up anywhere because I don't know how to do all that.
So yeah, I do print on demand. Welcome to the business section of this podcast.
No, let's talk about that.
Yeah, no, I do print on demand. So like when you order a shirt from my merch store, they print it and then ship it out. So like I don't have to hold inventory or deal with fucking that bullshit.
You need to tell me what's the how to do that because these parkour shirts, I know people want them, but now everyone knows how to get a hold of me. But I also made sure I got the nicest because I was like, if I have a shirt, I don't want to have this like shit like band shirt that you get in a fucking parking lot.
Yeah.
So I ended up sending back. Actually, this one's pretty good feel for it, but it's like softer. It's a little bit thinner.
Like that's the shit part of American Apparel going under. American Apparel used to make the best fucking t-shirts.
Best stuff, man. Oh, so good.
Like. And it's like, oh, yeah, we're going to print our shirts on American. Oh, okay, I'll pay for that fucking fiber count.
Yeah. All day long. I mean, like, the shirts I got, I'm like, you guys have to pay at least 35 to 40 just to get these ones. Just because I'm like, dude, I paid a lot for the nicer shit, Because
honestly, I haven't bought any of my own shirts. Everyone's told me they're decent quality from the print on demand spot. But I probably should buy one for myself and be like,
Yeah. Can you get one? Can you tell them to make it with higher quality?
The place I go through, you don't get any control over that shit. But it's supposed to be good quality. I feel like this is an off-air conversation. Like this is the audience is like, you guys are really talking about t-shirt quality on the podcast right now?
Hell yeah, we are. Don't you guys want the Nathan Bronson shirts?
Oh, no, you're gonna get a Nathan Bronson shirt. I'm literally gonna take that face right there as a still. And be like, Reddit superstar.
Just to put the Reddit over the Gojira sign.
Well, it's just gonna be close. I'll be like, Reddit superstar Nathan Bronson. I think that is just a trend I'm just gonna start making t-shirts out of my guests.
Fuck it, man. Fuck it. Do it.
Brandon gave me a little shit. He's like, how much of a kickback? I mean, this is my name and my likeness. I'm like,
I put in the hard work.
I did the photoshopping. I put a fucking no smoking sign on your face and put your name there.
Well, maybe I'll get this picture for you so you can edit. No, I think actually my girl can probably do that thing up real fast. To make the Hope shirt.
Yeah, that's a level of Photoshop I'm not competent enough to do.
Oh, okay. Then my girl's got that shit in the bag.
Yeah, the multicolored Hope. I'm super happy. I have a 10-plus-year-old Bad Religion tour shirt that has Reagan on it because it was their 30th anniversary. And where it's it has Reagan in the Obama colors.
It was the coolest one I got is a Bad Religion shirt, but I think it's Jesus with an AK and the Russian tanks going down the street, but no one with Reagan. But that was a nice time where every punk band had Reagan on it.
But the thing about it is my Bad Religion Reagan shirt is from when Obama was in office. It's from 2010. It is a 2010 tour shirt where they used Obama's colors with Reagan on the fucking because it was their 30th anniversary tour.
That's awesome.
I love that shirt.
Yeah, that's it.
I wear it too much and it probably is going to wear out soon.
Isn't the sad part? All your band shirts that you love, you either lose them somewhere or they get worn out here. Then you have to make them to the sleeveless shirts, and then they just start falling apart.
Yeah, I have a Cannibal Corpse butchered at birth shirt that I can't wear anymore. Besides it being too tight because I got fat, but it is just holes.
Yeah, too many cigarettes or cigar burns in them.
Just washing machine fucking shenanigans.
Yeah.
I do have a 1994 Divine Intervention Slayer shirt somewhere.
Ooh, nice.
Because my stage name is just my shitty high school nickname, right?
Yeah, I got that.
I've met you before. I know.
Yeah, I figured that part. No, dude, that's definitely the saddest part. I got pictures of me with all my favorite band shirts, and I have no idea what happened to any of them. They're just fucking gone to days of time or something. I've lost them at parties because I decided to get naked every time I go to get wasted.
Yeah, I had a ministry shirt that I have no idea what happened to this day. Like, it was got to be a late 90s ministry tour shirt, and like, it's gone.
Yeah.
Just fucking gone.
No, dude, I have this picture of me graduating high school, and I got my fucking the blue thing on over, and it's a Lamb of God shirt where Jesus got a Bible on fire and snakes in one hand. It's like this cartoon picture, and it was a dope shirt. I don't know if I lost it that night or because I don't know, because we had fucking fruit in a fucking mason jar with alcohol for a month. That shit was definitely wrong. We ate all of it. And we had like 6 mason jars full of fruit.
Oh.
It's like every piece of fruit just tasted like rubbing alcohol. Like, oh, that's like a shot. Ooh, Captain Morgan, here we come. How I used to drink Captain Coke, I do not know, man. That's fucking bleh.
Well, come on. When you're a youngin', Jack Daniels, Captain, Jose Cuervo were like, yeah, fuck yeah, because you know the brands.
Yeah. But, man, like I remember from Captain, then I went to Sailor Jerry, and then it was Kraken. But, like, I stopped drinking all because they're so good. Like, well, one, I was trying to, like, lose weight, and when I was starting to, like, really get into working out, and I started drinking vodka and the rocks of lime. And then I went back and tried to have any of those, and I'm like, fuck, this is so goddamn sweet, man. I'm like, I'm just having a hard time. Ugh.
Yeah, rum's made with fucking sugar.
Yeah, I get that, but it's like when I was younger, it was like, dude, I was like, yeah, this is rough, you know. But now I was like, I don't know how I did it with soda too. I can't even drink a soda now. Yeah, like I had one in Mexico the other day, like a Coca-Cola. Now, given it's a little bit different because in Mexico they have to use like real sugar, but like I can only have like one sip. I'm like, wow, that's a flavor, but like I can't drink a fuck ton like I used to. I don't know how I did it,
dude. In the late 90s, early 2000s, the amount of Mountain Dew, like I don't understand how I still have 2 feet.
Did you also play WoW?
No, I did not. I played City of Heroes.
Oh,
I played City of Heroes. I played EVE Online.
Oh, you fancy broad.
Yeah. Like I skipped WoW. But yeah.
I played that for I think 15. No, 15. I think I got 5 hours into it, and I was like, done. This is stupid. I've been sitting here killing fucking pigs for like. It felt like the South Park episode. I was just killing pigs to get somewhere, but then I was like, this is stupid. This is to do a couple moves, and this does another. I'm like, this sucks. I like the mythology behind World of Warcraft, like the idea of like all the characters and whatnot, but I fucking hate that game so much, and I just
see. I never got into it. Like I played Warcraft 2 back in the day.
The military game.
Yeah,
I played that for fucking days. That was so much fun.
But so on the MMO front, like I got into City of Heroes because I love fucking superheroes and all that shit, and like that game was so customizable. It's like however you could just build your fucking hero, and like, but that game became a giant fucking slog. Like just grind. And I just stopped playing it at some point, like especially once I stopped having a good community to play with.
Yeah.
And then, do you know anything about EVE Online?
No.
So EVE Online is basically sci-fi, give up your real life to having a second job.
Oh, fuck.
It is the best MMO to read about, potentially the worst MMO to play at times.
Huh.
Because the devs 100% are A-okay with in-game backstabbing. Like people like instead of guilds, you have corporations. People infiltrate corporations and steal other players' assets, and it's perfectly legal.
Ugh.
So you get wild stories out of that game. On top of it, because it came to prevalence during WoW, like people were gold farming in WoW and shit like that. To circumvent that, they made something called a Plex. So you can use in-game currency to buy game time.
Huh.
EVE has a insane market. Like things vary in price system to system. Because it's all based on supply and demand.
Yeah.
It's wild. So because you have an average market value of what a month's subscription costs, you can now apply real world money to in-game costs. Because the crazy thing about Eve is if you get your ship blown up, it's blown up for good.
Ooh.
Everything is for fucking keeps.
Oh.
So you hear these fucking epic battles between like mega corporations where hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of real world money is blown up in the course of the battle. It's fucking wild.
Oh, I'm sure there's lots of people who've lost their marriages to that fucking game.
Oh yeah. We used to joke it's spreadsheets in space. It is literally like the most boring and exciting game at the same time. Because there were times where like my corporation was just like chilling. We're just all bullshitting. We're mining. We're like doing bullshit. And then there's other times like, oh shit, that guy one system over is like, yo, really fucking vulnerable. Let's gank him. And like just rolled that dude. Some poor bastard started a blog about like his encounters with us. Like, holy shit, bro. That's taking it a little too serious.
Yeah. Well, depending on how much money he lost, it's
Yeah. But that's why like the game is real wild and real interesting to read about, but sometimes like it's just takes for fucking ever.
Yeah, see, I remember starting to play. I tried playing a little bit of Oblivion, just couldn't really get into it. And I think the one I put a good amount of time in was either what's that one in the nuclear wasteland?
Fallout?
Yeah, Fallout. I put a good amount of time into, but then the game system got taken, so I didn't get to play it very much anymore. It was like one of my buddies, and he did end up moving. And then another one I put was what's the one where you're a dragonborn? It was like it was the same as Oblivion, kind of, but it was a newer one. Oh well, that one I put a lot of time into. Similar thing. I was playing on someone else's system, and then they took it. But yeah, most games, dude, I had a hard time putting a lot of time into. Just I played a lot of oh shit no, goddamn, I can't remember the damn game. Overwatch. Played a good amount of Overwatch.
I played a lot of Overwatch at the beginning.
Like that. And then I tried to get into other games. I like the idea of playing Call of Duty, but I ended up playing like online with a bunch of people because I'm just so shitty at it.
I've been playing a bunch of Apex Legends, and that game is fucking sweaty.
Yeah, I played a good amount of Apex when it first came out. It just was at a certain point when you're playing those online games, you need people to play with, and get better with, and because it's like a community. When you don't have that, you don't do it, you know?
Well, if you want to get back into Apex, I have a good community I play with.
Yeah, but again, I don't have time. That's what it comes down to. It's like I have enough time to kind of like sit there and just veg out on like TV every once in a while. But like everything else I do is like I try to go like I'm doing like martial arts or parkour.
Well, that's the thing for me. Like streaming Apex is work for me now.
Yeah. And it's like I could do that, but it's like I don't have enough time to do the other stuff I need to do, let alone play video games, which I would like to do, but it's like it's gonna be one of those things like being in a polyamorous relationship. I can't do that until I have more free time.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
It's so much work.
It's just one of those things where like Twitch generates me some fucking cash every month, so I need to keep up with it. Like, and I'm constantly trying to build that shit.
Yeah, Twitch is something I'm still. I got to figure out better how to do it because I'm just running it off my phone every time, but I still don't like. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to work the other platforms. And I don't put enough time into fucking figuring it out because it's just me trying to.
Yeah, I'll walk you through it whenever you got time.
Yeah, definitely.
I can happily walk you through it. Like that is the one thing I've become a fucking
good at,
kind of an expert of during the pandemic is like how to fucking do Twitch shit.
Okay,
like deep into OBS, chroma keying on all that shit, like building scenes in OBS and like this is how I spent most of my pandemic was fucking Twitch streaming.
I built things in my backyard and did a lot of time on the air track, redid my house, drank a lot. Did a lot of mushrooms.
Yeah, I did a ton of mushrooms.
Really don't want to do mushrooms in my house anymore.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sucks.
I'm sorry. Like, I love doing mushrooms. Like, because for me, drinking.
No. I want to do mushrooms. I just don't want to do my fucking house.
Fair enough. Because drinking for me is like mostly a social thing. Like, unless I'm having a real shit day, I generally don't want to drink alone. Like, I just like, I'll get fucked and just drink it by myself. Is like, especially the amount of alcohol it takes me to actually get trashed.
It's work. It's work.
But I have no problems trying to see God by myself.
Yeah, that's fucking nice.
Yeah.
I find that I end up masturbating for a long time if I do mushrooms by myself.
it took like last time I was real like trying to jerk off on mushrooms, and like it took a really long time, and I wasn't sure it was worth the effort.
Yeah, I think it was just because I was like, it's for me now when I get a masturbate, it's like, oh. So I think that kicked in when I was on mushrooms. Like, oh my god. But actually, I'm not sure if it was a long time or if it's just because I was on mushrooms. That felt like a long time.
I know, well, that's the one of the beautiful part. Mushrooms, like, yeah, time is a weird fucking
Yeah.
like passage of time gets real fucked up on mushrooms.
Yeah, like was I in the shower for 30 seconds or 30 years?
Yeah, definitely. There was a time during the pandemic where I decided to like do an eighth at like 10 a.m. and just take a bath.
That's gotta be nice.
It was great. I took a couple selfies for a couple girls, and they're like, "You look super high." I'm like, "Cause I am."
I'm very high. Honestly, I'm surprised I'm able to send these messages because this phone looks crazy.
Honestly, during the pandemic, I have done more mushrooms like and more hallucinogens in the last year and a half than I had in the last like 10.
Yeah. I'd say I ate a pretty big bag throughout the whole thing because I was also microdosing, but then it was like, oh, whatever.
It was worth it. Like, I really kicked myself for not doing it more often. I'm like, God damn, I should have been doing this the whole fucking time.
Yeah. I haven't gone. There was a time before the pandemic where me and another, not performer, but a guy in the industry, we did a fuck ton of mushrooms at a, what was it? Deftones, The Cure, and someone else.
That's a weird concert.
100% weird. And I didn't, so I understand how many mushrooms I should pretty much take. But when someone says with confidence, oh, here's the ones you take, and it's like that much, and I'm just like, and then he's like, and I'm like, okay, maybe he knows these are really like shitty doses. Maybe there's a real crap mushrooms. Maybe I should have asked more questions. I know. But then he also was like, hey, you want some edibles? And I'm like, okay. And I didn't think that how badly those went together. And so we finally get into this huge concert. It's at the Rose Bowl, right? Lots of people there. We go to the bar. I want to get a drink because I just want some comfort booze. And then we're kind of sitting there. I'm like, man, it sounds like there's a fishbowl on my head and the music is just echoey inside of this. Sounds terrible. And so me and him start walking around and there's just so many people come this way. And we're just kind of walking the opposite way. And I'm like, this is rough, dude. And I'm like, the cops are everywhere and shit. Oh, this is, and like, I'm not sure how long we were there. I think we got to the end of Deftones before we fucking walked right back out. And because we just see this sea of people coming at us and we trying to get out of there. And then we had to walk past the security guards or all the cops. Let me phrase that. All the cops. And as soon as we got past the cops, we just had to get another 300 feet to where the Ubers are, which we haven't ordered one, but we're about to just throw money at someone. And the road's coming up like this. And so we get through that. And then we go up, some guy just drops off some people. And I'm like, bro, here's money. Please take me to my fucking house. And so we end up going back to my place and just worst trip for hours, laying in my backyard by my pool, staring at those fucking 3 palm trees, and then going inside and watching, what's that documentary about, like Planet Earth, where it's got that British guy talking the whole time?
Yeah.
Which is cool. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, oh, because it's just a huge scope and it looks amazing. But then all of a sudden, that part with the walruses come on, where the walruses are trying to fucking mountain climb. I'm not sure if you remember that scene.
I'm no.
Okay, so imagine if you tripping balls, right? And you're seeing an island is covered in fucking walruses, tusk walruses. And they're proceeding to tell you that there's babies on this island, but they just get smashed to death. And then somehow these walruses fucking mountain climb up this thing somehow without the right gear, and they just fall the fuck off. And all these walruses, their eyes are like these weird popping out bloodshot things. They look crazy. And so I'm sitting here on mushrooms. Fuck is going on? And you see one like, and they have these great shots of these things just falling off like 10, 20-story mountain, just with flippers. How they got up to the top of this thing is beyond me.
Magic. Magic.
I need to go back and watch this, honestly, because I'm like, did that really happen? But it did, because I've seen clips of it, but I'm like, it's fucked up. And orcas are dicks.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're fucking assholes.
Don't murder the fuck out of anything.
Oh, so mean. So, but I did get to see dolphins in Tulum, so fun stuff.
Jealous of that shit.
Yeah, could have swam with them too.
But not worth the extra 100?
No. It would have been way more worth it to do with the manatee.
You should have.
I should have.
Should have done some mushrooms and swam with the manatee.
Fuck.
I have to go to Mexico and well, I mean, I don't have to, but I am going to Mexico in like 26 days. Part of me wants to smuggle some acid into Mexico.
I've heard it's not too hard.
Acid is like one of those things where like super easy to smuggle.
Yeah. I just figured it wouldn't be that bad, you know? It's like, even if it's like you were taking like mushrooms, just grind up, stick it in a pill jar. You know?
Yeah.
It's mostly like anything that's at the airport, they're bomb dogs, so.
Yeah, they're not drug dogs. And like, acid don't have a smell.
Yeah. It's like, no, like if they start getting weird, take them.
Right? Like, well, this is going to be a fun flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to book my flight in the next day or so. Like, my plus one is possibly flaking, so yay. We talked about that last night.
Cheers to you, sir.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I from my experience of going to Mexico, that would be a lot more fun solo.
Yeah, part of me is like, so the wedding is happening an hour north of Puerto Vallarta. So part of me is like, do the first couple nights at like an Airbnb by the wedding, and then roll back down to Puerto Vallarta for like 3 days.
Sounds nice.
Yeah. I think that might be the plan.
Yeah. Get an ATV, fucking roll around, bro. Go hard.
No, I'm a drunk. I don't need to be on anything that'll murder me while I'm drunk. I'm just gonna eat shit and drink.
Then go to that water park I'm talking about. Shit's awesome. No, that'd be that's like 16 hours away from Puerto Vallarta, I think.
I don't know where Tulum is compared to Puerto Vallarta.
I think it's like 16 hours.
Yeah, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. But like, Puerto Vallarta apparently is like a resort town, so like
it is. It's very pretty. Water's. I'm pretty sure it's Puerto Vallarta's got the crystal clear water.
Cool.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, just book a fucking room for a couple nights there.
You can get Sea-Doos.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can rent those Sea-Doos on the beach.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna die.
Do it.
Are you planning to take over the show when I die? Because the show must go on.
I'll do it. Yeah, but I'm probably gonna die in a worse way. So
as long as it's after me, I mean, my roommate's go like, "Who the fuck are you?" I'm like, "I'm Nathan Bronson. I'm here for the gear."
It's just a Bronson.
Just picking up
Reddit, whatever.
Yeah, Reddit superstar.
Yeah, Reddit superstar. Have you not heard of me?
Just like picking up my lighting and my cameras is like, what? Slayer said I could have this when he dies.
Yeah. And all the whiskey.
You're not even allowed to drink it right now. What the fuck?
I like looking at it.
Pretty soon you're going to be like Xander Corvus, just sniffing whiskey when you come out on the show. He does that.
I've done it. Yeah.
They're just like, oh, I miss this.
Note the worst part is, dude, I like, because I've been 3 months sober, and
good on you for that, by the way.
I'm doing it. Thanks, man. Not really doing it for me, so
I know. That's why it's good on you. Like if you were doing it for you, I'd given you shit.
Yeah. But I just became friends over the last year with I can't remember what whiskey, but he's the whiskey distributor for all the West Coast. And so this guy has given me, like, by going to his house has got like thousands of bottles of whiskey. And so every time I go over there, he would like give me just the creme de la creme. Like, it'd be like, oh, try this. Now try this. I'm like going to a wine tasting in his fucking house. He brought out a $4,000 bottle of whiskey, and just as trashy as I need to be, he broke off the cork inside of it. So I'm having to sip this $4,000 whiskey through my teeth so I can catch the cork. You know, but man, he's it's just like, have that person in my life and just go over to his house and just try drinks. Oh, it's so nice.
So why have you not introduced me to this person?
Well, because I haven't talked to you pretty much since I met him.
Whose fault is that?
I don't know anymore. It could be mine. It definitely could.
I mean, it's fun. Am I doing like?
What was the last time? Like last time I saw you might have been like that strip club where Rocky was there, and I was squirting fucking oil on there.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, wow. That's like a year and a half. That's pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Like,
It's been no, because then didn't we do a show?
I mean, we did a remote show.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not really seeing me. We did a remote show December of last year.
Yeah. So
if you listen to the Allison Ray episode, I forgot we did. Because I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure that was a remote show. Nathan sounded like shit. I'm like, we did and I went like Googled it while we were on. I'm like, oh yeah, we did do a remote show.
Honestly, dude, I forgot about it too. Don't worry about it. I think everyone was just so over remote things. I was trying to play D&D remotely.
I still am.
Oh, dude, I can't do it. I fucking hate it. I already have a hard enough time playing D&D when I'm around people because it's just it's so slow moving. Let alone I have to sit there and wait my fucking turn, and I'm just like, just nodding out. I'm just fucking over it.
I am literally in 2 remote D&D games with the same group, and like it's interesting mix because it's like almost all entertainers, and like half are industry and half are like mainstream folk. So it's an interesting mix.
Yeah. See, and it's like I want to be into the game. I really do. But it gets to a point where I get bored and I just start trying to be as fucked up as possible. Like fucking stab him in the head. I don't care.
Like, I don't care if my alignment's lawful good. Fuck him.
I don't care. I don't give a shit, man. I'm going to make a drug. I'm going to shove it up this guy's ass and he's going to tell us what it is. Roll for 20. Fuck it.
I'm okay with it. But it's not. It ain't the same as like it used to be.
Yeah. So it's like if I ever play again, it's got to be around people, and it's got to be around people that are interesting. Because the 2 different groups I played with, the first one I was so over because everyone was quiet and not talking. It's like there was one person, she was breaking out of her shell, and this was her breaking out of her shell, and she was playing the game. But I'm like, I'm so bored by all of you. Like you're playing this fantasy game to leave your life. I do all this crazy shit to make my life gnarlier, and so like this is not fun unless we're doing something way cooler than what we're doing. I do not want to find the lost minstrel in the forest of Dagobah.
I agree. And I'm someone who, like, in high school, after high school, was a deep gamer.
Yeah.
Like, I gained a lot. Like, I need that escapism at that point in my life. But at this point, I'm like, I do weird shit all the time. Like, the idea of, like, oh, I need an escapist fantasy. Like, I'd go to, like, pre-pandemic times, go to weird countries and get drunk with strangers and, like, black out and, like, still have all my organs, I think.
Yeah. See, now, it's like, I don't think it would be almost funner because basically this, playing D&D for me is a training session in, what's it called? Improv. Now, it'd almost be way funner just to go to an improv class and say, we're giving the same idea, but we have to act it out.
Yes, and.
Yeah, because like that almost seems like a little bit more fun. There's like my buddies did an improv group where it was an action improv where they do the whole thing on the spot where they end up fighting each other and doing the whole thing. It was great. That was a lot more fun than usually most of the D&D games I've gone to. Now I've been told I've gone to the wrong ones. Probably true, but.
So it's one of those things where like it 100% depends on who's running the game and who they're playing with. Because like, I have played fucking games where it's just like, I love this setting. I love reading about this shit. Holy fuck. I don't want to play with any of you fucking people. And I've definitely bowed out of games where it's just like, yeah, this is garbage.
Yeah.
But there's definitely been other games where like, oh, I'm having a lot of fucking fun here.
Yeah. See, and there could be like that. There could be the games out there. Will I give it another chance? Maybe in the future. But as of right now, and especially in the fact that if people want to play online, go fuck yourself. I'll cheat the whole way just to make this more interesting. How do you keep rolling 20s? Because you're a bitch. That's why.
So wrong. So wrong.
So wrong, but yet so right. My first character was Chadrick the Shitty Wizard. His dad owned the what was it? His dad owned the biggest chariot racing kart export in the tri-state area. He was basically a frat boy douche that would make shitty drugs, and then he just do all his own drugs. So what ended up happening by the end of the game was all the drugs started wearing off, and he couldn't get drugs, so he started like going through withdrawals, and that's why I blamed on him wanting to rip off fingers of people. You know,
I think that you would do much better in Shadowrun.
Maybe. But that was my first character. The second one, what did I even play the second one? Oh, I was basically a dickhead knight because I was playing the same one Xander was, and my guy was supposed to be very self-righteous and awesome, and basically anything that Xander would do because he was the big dark elf person or whatever it was, can't remember, and I was like, no, you're stupid. I'm not nearly as powerful as you, but I'll just talk shit at you the whole time. I think that's what I got brought into the game for. Yeah, man. But he's into that, man. He's got the books and reads up all the stuff. And I was like, I just want to play a game to have fun with some people. And like when I found out there was like homework and shit, I was like, I don't know.
For me, like Xander invited me in like after years of talking, like, oh yeah, we should play D&D together. Like years of talking about it on this show.
Yeah.
Like after the second or last time he did the show, he's like, yeah, and he actually followed up on it. And I went and played. Like I hadn't played any sort of tabletop game in probably over a decade. Because like about the time I started working in porn is about this time I stopped really gaming. Because like, oh yeah, life is much more of a real adventure than gaming.
Yeah. But look at you now. You're on 2 groups, you fucking whore.
Yep.
You're getting sucked back in, just like my pastor father always said would happen.
Just fucking backsliding.
Satan's taking over you.
Yeah, it's a sad state of affairs. It's a sad state of affairs. Especially because of how much of my life in the late 90s and early 2000s I devoted to gaming, where I passed on legit, like, real life opportunities to game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Right around 9/11, like, I was offered a job with Southwest Airlines in Baltimore, and I passed on it to stay in Chicago to game with my friends.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a time where I've done that. I don't know.
No. That's pretty uniquely my poor life choice.
I've definitely called out of work for concerts to go fight people, but like no.
Yeah. This was just like, oh yeah, I'm super involved in like my social circle and my fantasy like reality that my other friends are in, to fucking, instead of like, oh hey, that would have been a good job. But I also was 20 and didn't know anyone in fucking Baltimore, so I was not ready to like move across the country to another fucking city. Be like, yeah, I'm gonna take this decent job that I don't know anybody.
Baltimore's not across the country.
From Chicago?
Yeah.
It's across the fucking country.
Where's Baltimore?
On the East Coast in Maryland.
That's like fucking 5 minutes away. It's across the Great Lakes.
Geography, not Nathan Bronson's strong suit, folks.
It's like right there, bro. On the map, you can spit to it.
Have you ever even been outside of California?
Oh yeah. I've driven from California to New York in a Prius.
That's depressing.
Oh, until you get the bill for the fucking gas. It was $200 there and back.
That's insane.
It's super insane. I was like, what? The car smelled like ass though. 2 dudes just fucking like literally every 3 hours we'd switch.
Why were you driving to New York in a Prius?
We just, me and my buddy just did a stunt gig for I can't remember the comic book company, but they were a comic book company that died out and then was coming back, and they had this character named Ninjax. It was very off the wall, like full on, all these characters do it, but we did a stunt video for it. I did stunts in it, and he was doing BTS footage for it, and they asked him to come to Comic-Con in New York to do BTS for the whole thing. And so I convinced him. I was like, I've never been to New York. I just got out of a breakup. I've wanted to start traveling. So I was like, dude, let's take my car. We'll drive there and back, and we'll chill out there for a bit. We'll get an Airbnb, and we'll go to the thing the other day, and I'll just go as the other person. So we drove all the way out there. We did all the BTS, and we're helping the guys out with their booth. Then drove all the way back. Sucked. The way back was, I think, a lot worse. I mean, like 34 hours in a car, any car is going to suck. 34 hours in a Prius when you're sleeping back and forth. And then all the big corn countries, I think that are countries. It might as well be a fucking country. But like
Nebraska's the fucking worst.
No, Nebraska.
Like, as a Midwesterner who used to drive east a bunch, like Pennsylvania was the state that fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania goes on for fucking ever.
Yeah.
As I drove to the West Coast for the first time, like to move out here, like, oh, Nebraska is just West Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Yes.
It fucking goes on for fucking ever.
It's ever. And you just like, if you fall asleep, you wake back up in corn. you see corn. And if it's nighttime and all you see is corn on both sides, and then all of a sudden the lights that are far in front of you start doing this because you've been awake for way too long, and you're just like, there's nothing to look at. I hope I'm on the right road. I don't know anymore because I've been driving for so long, and I've just been taking all the gas station fucking energy pills, which, oh my God, those work. Yeah, that's rough, man. Nebraska sucks.
Yeah, when I moved to Vegas, me and one of my guys drove directly from Chicago to Vegas in a box truck the whole way through.
Oof.
That took 32 hours.
That's rough, dude.
Like, literally only stopped for gas and food.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise, we'd take turns sleeping in the passenger seat while the other one drove the fucking box truck. And a little did I know, when you're going down the 15 from Utah, you end up in Arizona for like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah. That's a weird one because you're in Nevada, Arizona, and
you're like Utah, Arizona, and then back into Nevada.
You're in like 5 states all at once. It's fucking wacky.
Well, and like, I didn't realize that you'd have no cell coverage in Zion National Park. So it is getting late. We've been on the road for fucking forever at this point. We have luckily dodged a goddamn bullet by fueling up at Grand Junction, Colorado before we got into Utah. Like, we're just like, yeah, let's fuel up here. Little did we know that was like 200 miles before the next gas station. And as we're driving down the 15, I'm like, for fuck's sake, I will give anything to be out of Utah.
Yeah.
And we're just like, all of a sudden, like, welcome to Arizona. I'm like, wait, did we take a wrong turn? How the fuck? Why are we in Arizona? Why are we in Arizona? Why are we in Arizona? Like, 30 plus hours on the road, only sleeping in the passenger seat of a truck, freaking out. Like, this is 2011, so like, there's not great cell coverage.
No.
I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? What? Huh? And then all of a sudden it's like, welcome to Nevada. I'm like, okay, I think we're almost there. I think, holy fuck. Because every other time I'd ever driven to Vegas was on the south route. Like, I took the 40.
Yeah, I got you.
The whole fucking way. And like,
yeah, dude, that's a weird little stretch. But dude, also, have you been to like Zion National Forest?
I've never stopped.
Dude, it is so fucking pretty. Oh my God.
I don't like nature so much.
But also, then you go to one of the bars right there and you get like 3 pitchers of beer down and you're like, fuck, I'm still sober.
They're fucking Utah near beer. Fuck.
Yeah, it's rough because at one point I forgot all about it and I was we put down like, I think it was between 4 of us. We done 4 pitchers and I'm like, woo, feel good. And I go to the bathroom. I'm like, I'm sober right now. God damn it.
No good.
No, not good at all.
Like, this is America. Give us full strength alcohol. God damn it.
Yeah. I was like, I don't get why this is a thing. It's also weird to me. Like when a state won't let you buy alcohol, it's even weirder when a county won't. Like my lady, where she's at, her county or her like little area. I'm not sure if it's the county won't sell alcohol. They won't sell liquor. You can wine and beer, but literally 5 seconds outside is the nearest liquor store, and they have all the booze. I'm like, why does it matter if I can get booze here or here? Is it just because I can't get it for like walking distance? Because now I'm getting a DUI, and that's your fault.
It's really dumb, and it's archaic when like, you know, well, a horse might have like deterred you from going the distance to get that liquor.
Yeah.
But we have cars now and
Postmates.
Right. Someone will deliver that shit.
Yeah. I don't even need to leave my house to get fucking more wasted.
I know. We could order more alcohol now. I'm like, I may have done some damage.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
With your fucking near beer.
Calories.
Calories. But Nathan, actually, on that note, it's time for last call on this motherfucker.
Oh, nice. Calories.
Where can they find you on the things?
Oh, on the things. Well, I'm glad you asked. So you can find me on YouTube at Hanging with Nathan. It is a lovely show that I'm actually blown away. Just hit 7K.
Yeah.
You can find me on Pornhub at Nathan Bronson. You can find me on X videos at Nathan Bronson. You can find me on Twitter at Nathan _N_ Bronson. You can find me on Instagram at Nathan Bronson 6.6.6. You can find me on OnlyFans at Nathan Bronson. You can pretty much find me at Nathan Bronson on Clipsale, YouTube, everyone. Just fucking look up Nathan Bronson. You'll find me. And if you Google my name, you will see a penis.
Possibly a vagina with that penis. Possibly.
Yeah, if you just do Nathan Bronson, put Nathan Bronson's XXX, you'll find some vaginas. But have you Googled your name lately?
No.
Oh, you should try it.
I will do that in the minute we get off here. But as always, you can find me at Matt_Slayer on Twitter, Matt Slayer on Instagram, Matt F. Slayer on Facebook, twitch.tv/Matt F. Slayer, the Patreon at patreon.com/Matt Slayer. You can find the podcast at And Now We Drink on Twitter, and Now We Drink _ Instagram. And until next week, drink up, motherfuckers.